Hi guys, welcome to Cinema Express. I'm Karthik. First of all, I want to start off with this. Thank you for making a show where there are no screaming anchors. Okay, finally, like print journalists like me feel represented a little bit, like in journalism. I want to start with you, Hansal sir. Scoop has a very interesting, very arresting logline. Okay, a crime journalist finds herself in prison. Keeping that aside, what else interested you in this story?
I think the logline is the most arresting bit, and then of course exploring that character, getting into that world. The aspiration. Who are journalists? If we see them as mere bylines or people that you see on TV. What do we really bother about what they do at home?
Yeah,
What are their lives like? They're like us, like anybody.
yeah,
So their lives are not seen, and the result is there's a lack of empathy.
yeah,
Because the profession is seen only as somebody who reports on somebody. They're seen as these raw officers who are not even given the respect of a raw officer.
yeah.
But we don't delve into there. So there's a lack of empathy, and it's the case for every profession. We as filmmakers also we have failed in that. Whether it's cops, whether it's politicians, whether it's journalists, whether it's Hindus, Muslims, Gujaratis, we have built stereotypes, shown them, and not gone beyond them.
Yeah,
So we have failed to actually understand them as human beings, and that happens. The long form allows you to do that.
yeah,
That you get to explore their inner world, their external world, and you can do it at your own pace and time. And that was the exciting bit. To see a Gujarati girl in Mumbai with her aspirations, landing up in you know in an ironical situation.
yeah,
Reporter becoming the reported.
yeah. This show is actually inspired from Jigna Vora's book, Behind Bars in Bicolor. I was reading the book, and the book is like a prison drama. Okay, so when I started watching the show, I thought that it's going to be, and it's a very interesting approach you have taken. You have put the journalism bit and the crime journalism bit on the forefront. I want to know what was the approach. Like, how did you go about incorporating the elements of the book to the show?
The book basically was the catalyst. It was a starting point. It was not really material that we adapted.
Okay.
We were inspired. The story, Jigna's story, became the catalyst. Her ordeal became the catalyst for a larger story.
Okay.
And I was always interested in the larger story. And the larger story is actually a very small story. It's a personal story. I was interested in the personal. You see, nothing,
Yeah.
no event is a work of fiction unless there's a personal element. I will not be interested in Harman's character if I don't know that he has a child who's overweight.
Yeah.
I will not be
And
interested.
there is a scene also where you like exercise and he also exercises
Exactly.
with you.
So that small personal touch makes him human.
Yeah.
I will not be interested in Zeeshan's character until I know he has a wife who massages his head.
That's for all the spouses here.
So,
Massage our heads when we
so
come
it's
back.
all, you're trying to humanize them. She has a family which is chaotic. I mean, she gets up in the morning and she's like
There are
surrounded
so
by
many
noise.
people in the family. Also.
Yeah, it's a small
It's
house.
a small house. There are
yeah.
so many
A
people.
bit typical Gujarati house,
Yeah.
and she gets up first thing, it's always in a small Gujarati house. And you get up and say, how much noise all of you make, but this has been going on since you were a kid.
And doing reporting, like going on calls when there is like so much noise around.
Correct, absolutely.
Mixer,
That's the detail he gets.
mixer, grinder, bhajan.
And trying to get scoop.
Yeah. But Karishma, I want to ask you this. Is acting really more dangerous than crime reporting?
I think crime reporting is dangerous.
Yeah, because you said that to
You say
Amar
no.
Upadhyay. Remember? I think acting is more dangerous.
Yeah, I remember. No, but I think crime reporting is more dangerous because there's a lot of investigation, there's a lot of stress, to write, to get the right, scoop, to get the right story. It's very difficult.
It's very triggering as journalist because she's on a vacation and she gets like your character gets a call and she has to work, and this has happened with a lot of us where you get something You are on a
You're
vacation and
told
suddenly,
कि
yeah,
what to do, where to go, family को ध्यान
yeah.
दो
And when you're telling also your family, ki, please shut up, I'm like on a call and stuff. It's
That's
just,
also unfair because if you're going on a
It hits
holiday,
home, no?
yeah.
yeah. Wow, you remember? I like it.
But like, how do you go about playing a crime reporter? Like, what is the process? Like, did you speak to Jigna, or like, did you speak like, because understanding that world and stuff?
So we never met Jigna. I was
Okay.
just Ankur was
Ankur
Yeah.
Pathak.
Pathak.
You
Ankur
make a lot
Pathak.
of fun on Ankur in the show. Like, he has been asked to interview Pyar Ka Panchnama director and all of that.
He loves this.
Small inside jokes.
Yeah, a lot of inside jokes I've seen. A lot of people are discussing crime, and he's like, oh, this actor is doing this. It's just these bits are there, which is lovely.
He thrives on this.
So
I love it.
Ankur actually helped her with a crime reporter who she shadowed. What?
Also, when we were in
Shazia.
the car, Shazia. Also, when we were in the car, he used to always keep giving me, a lot of inputs that how you're supposed to talk, what is the body language, what kind of words you're supposed to, use and all that. So he really helped me. And also, the script was so detailed that, every time I was reading every scene, I was understanding what the character was.
Yeah. But I want to know this. There are a lot of things happening in the show. Like when you watch it, like you're just in the middle of the action, and nobody is telling you who is talking to whom and whatever. But like as a viewer, of course, you're confused. But are you guys like also like when you're like doing this, like who is talking? Kya chal kya raha hai? Like what is exactly happening? Like was there this sort of confusion happening to you guys? Like
Is it confusion in a good way or bad way? I'm worried.
like confusion as in any way, like because
सब स्ट्रेस हो गए यहाँ पे चारों बोले ये तो बाद में आंसर करेंगे पहली स्टेटमेंट जो है उस पे डिस्कस करते हैं
नहीं मतलब it's like कि it's you have to keep up with the show. It's not like कि this is
It's not
happening.
dumbed down.
It's not dumbed down at all. It's just it's like a viewer. It's like you watch it and you already know. You have to know that this is the world of crime. You are here and now we'll take you in the journey. So I want to know कि like when you guys were doing it and said, was it ever there कि यार क्या चल क्या रहा है अभी like when you're like doing the scene or like did you know exactly everything?
नहीं हमें तो पता था हमें तो पता है मतलब proper over and above the script you obviously discuss the before and after and what your characters are doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's extremely detailed.
Yeah.
Like I think Karishma also mentioned.
Yeah.
Extremely detailed. So I don't think that was ever a movie. But I mean, it's like if you see the traffic of Mumbai, it may seem chaotic, but it all makes sense. You eventually reach your destination. So when you do a scene, you're just looking at reaching the next light. That's it. So that's our focus.
Okay, guys, I want to ask this: did it require much convincing to get Harman back on screen? Because we have been.
Must story.
First time somebody's asked me this question since yesterday.
How did we get Harman back? Please?
Yeah, no, Harman.
Now this is.
Now you.
Now it's your turn to say it.
I was only said it last time. And so Harman.
नहीं आधी थी पिछली बार
हाँ अच्छा तो आप शुरू करें.
So Harman and we were working on a film, and we were casting. So at Mukesh Chabra's office, and I suddenly started clicking his picture.
Okay.
And
चोरी छिपे ऐसे होता है धीरे बात करते करते.
And then Mukesh Chabra and me, and I clicked his picture. I sent his picture to Mukesh Chabra while we were sitting. Yes, I sent a WhatsApp. And Mukesh said, we are making faces. So I didn't say which character, nothing. I said, yeah. And we both realized that he's the guy. But then I had to talk to him. It took some time. He was not very convinced. And I told Mukesh, I said, you tell him, you talk to him first. I will not talk to him because if he says no to me, I'll feel insulted. So you talk to him first. तू ना सुन ले, तू ना सुन ले. मैं नहीं सुन सकता हूँ. हरमन से ना नहीं सुन सकता हूँ.
But वो एक तो मैं ना करता नहीं वो मुकेश ना सुनता नहीं है. तो मतलब it was almost like a checkmate. Like there was no coming
when
around.
Mukesh wants something from he starts talking in Punjabi.
Yeah. And with me, he knows it's a soft spot. पाजी की करो पाजी कर दे एक पिक्चर कर दो कुछ नहीं होता तो ऐसा ठीक है यार. But
So, yeah, it was. But I think I've known Harman since he was 18.
Oh.
And he did his first gig as a producer with me as a director.
Oh.
My third or fourth film. Third film. ये क्या हो रहा है? So we've known each other since a very naughty time in our lives.
yeah.
ये क्या हो रहा है?
Save that for off camera.
क्या हो रहा है
And so yeah, then I've seen his launch. It's happened before me. His launch as a hero, and things not working out for him. So I was also concerned that how he's going to. These things leave a big.
Yeah.
They are stressful. They trigger negative emotions within you. That he's again asking me to act. I don't want to. I've left it behind.
Yeah.
So I could understand that. I could empathize with that feeling in Harman. And but yeah, he was sporting enough. बाकी तू बोल यार.
हाँ नहीं मतलब I think बोली थी आपने सब कुछ.
एक ही line
But his song was my favorite in Love Story 2050. I used to come back from school and watch it. Like I used to wait it to come on 9XM, and I used to like wait for his song to come.
So,
कोई ना कोई.
हाँ वो जब डांस
कोई ना कोई. Zeeshan, coming to you.
secondly,
मैं बार काटने को देख रहा हूँ कि ज़ीशान पे था ज़ीशान.
जाने की इतनी खुशी. हाँ जी.
And coming to you, your character, you play an editor, very straight-arrowed editor who is not running after TRPs or sensationalism. How does it feel to play such a rare species?
आई थिंक वही एक्साइटिंग पार्ट था जब वो आया कि असल में होना तो शायद ऐसे ही चाहिए
हाँ.
और कोई वो कहानी कह रहा है और उस कैरेक्टर के थ्रू एक्चुअली हम लोग काफ़ी बातें कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं अबाउट एथिक्स
Yeah.
हो या आजकल के टाइम का जो भी आप बोले मीडिया के बारे में. तो आई थिंक वही एक बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट था कि यार ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर है जिससे मेरा तो साफ मानना है वो इनकार करते हैं कि हंसल सर जो कहना चाहते हैं
हाँ.
उसके बारे में वो इमरान के थ्रू जो है उन्होंने बुलवाया है.
Yeah.
तो फॉर मी वो एक आइडिया था मेरा कि ये हंसल सर का कैरेक्टर है अपने दिमाग में. तो आई थिंक वो एक बहुत बड़ा रीज़न था कि ये सारा कम्युनिकेट करने में मैं भी भागीदार रहूँ.
In the show, it's a very nice detail that journalists go to the station and they buy the newspaper and stuff. These days, I don't think do you guys still read newspapers because most of the people don't. It's mostly media. I want to understand how do you consume media?
Newspapers.
Newspapers still.
मैं भी
I'm still.
You guys?
I'm called old-fashioned.
Bombay Times and
Bombay.
न्यूज़पेपर बिल्कुल.
She misses Mumbai. Misses the Mumbai Mirror.
Bombay Times.
little bit of time is when you're little.
On the phone or physical
paper.
Bagi everything is on the phone.
Bagi everything.
And then you have Instagram, no?
Yeah.
You get to know a lot
उस
of
पर नॉलेज ये तो है उस पर न्यूज़
social
बहुत अच्छे से
media.
आती है.
You get to know everything.
I have to I cannot when we are shooting outdoor and when some smaller city where the city edition is delivered, it's very frustrating. 3 पेज का पेपर आ जाता है. It's very frustrating. I read it 5 times. ऐसे घुमा के because my morning is not complete कि यार
He's read every article possible.
कि अच्छा मतलब यहाँ पर 3 लोगों के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ था ओवर द बोर्ड ऑफ अ शॉप. दुकान के नाम पे झगड़ा हुआ था तो वो भी पढ़ लेता हूँ बिकॉज इट्स अ हैबिट दैट हैज बीन इनकलकेटेड. इट इज ऑल्सो लेड टू योर कि जो भी आपकी वोकेबुलरी आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ वर्ल्ड इज कम फ्रॉम न्यूज़पेपर्स. इट इज अनफॉर्चुनेट इट इज नॉट that's not the case anymore. Our understanding comes from very too many unverified sources.
WhatsApp forward.
And we are all victims of so much of fakery.
Do you guys still see TV news media? What is your viewpoint on TV news media? Any sort of
I have not
Jara
switched
sound.
on TV only.
मेरे घर में टीवी ही नहीं है.
नहीं है.
टीवी है बॉक्स है इडियट बॉक्स है लेकिन उस पे टीवी कनेक्टेड नहीं है जो सैटेलाइट
मेरे
और ये
पास
सब उसमें इंटरनेट है उससे
I bought a TV I think 4 years ago for the first time in my life. I've never had a TV in my room all my life. तो टीवी था ही नहीं.
अब मुझे नींद नहीं आती है मैं अगर न्यूज़ देख लेता हूँ. इफ आई सी द न्यूज़ ऑन टीवी पर्टिकुलरली अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन तो मुझे नींद नहीं आती है बिकॉज वेरी chaotic. What has happened is कि वो उसमें 15 windows open, loud red colors, flashing, screaming, so you sleep with that chaos in your head. I mean it is meant to mess with you. The news is meant to mess with you. It's no longer meant to inform you.
This is one particular detail in the show which I really liked. Deepa, your junior, Jagruti Pathak Jr., is investigating her. And she's seeing if she's the one who is being investigated by the cops. And she makes notes. And there's a particular thing 1 question mark, 2, 3 question marks. And we have made notes like that. I want to know how did you, what was the research process behind this? Because these are very small details which you get. What is the research process behind the show?
I don't know. I think Ankur seems to have helped in that.
Okay.
He seems to have helped Deepa a lot. He spent a lot of time explaining scenes to her.
Just internal.
What is this inside joke?
There is no inside joke.
नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम यही है.
जोक होता तो समझ आए. वो इंसिनुएशन ऐसा था कि बहुत बड़ा जोक है तो इसी तरह हंसी आ रही है.
I think this is research because a lot of journalists, he introduced all these people. Even Inayat, who plays Deepa,
Yeah.
Inayat also shadowed the same journalist
Shazia.
that Shazia, that Karishma did. And I think this is all observation. Acting is ultimately a result of what you observe. So Shazia was taking notes of seeing that. So I think it's an application of that on screen, and then you noticed it. I didn't honestly. She did it, and I said, "Okay, next shot."
Yeah.
It felt right, na?
So it felt right. See, in hindsight, a lot of these things in hindsight feel very precisely researched. A lot of people tell me a courtroom scene in Shahid was just like it happens in court. I said there was no script. it was so chaotic. It worked out because there was no script. And you realize in life also there is no script.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes my work hits home.
Yeah.
Because in life we work, there's an invisible script for all of us, and you let that script do its magic. Many things you don't really say, yahi karo. So, I think direction is about letting life take over fiction.
Before we wrap up, guys, I have a small game for you guys. I have some celebrity names
Youngsters से
here.
खिलवाइए.
Celebrity names.
So I have some celebrity names here. I'll give you the celebrity name, and you have to ask, the first question which comes into your mind, you have to say that.
अरे बाप रे.
Okay?
I'm out of this.
Why?
Q?
ये
This is that, now just ask her.
हाँ
Okay, I'll start
हम
with
सब
you.
सिर्फ इसको दे रहे
हाँ हाँ नहीं, अब यही होनी चाहिए. ये एक्सपर्ट है इन सब चीजों में.
Karishma, I'll start with you. Ekta Kapoor.
No, I want to ask something nice.
How
When
are
are
you?
you meeting?
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Answer sir, Vivek Agnihotri.
मटन कब बना रहे हो?
Is he a great cook?
Very good cook.
हाँ.
Well, I want to see if he's improved.
Harman, Hrithik Roshan.
I'm hoping we don't look alike anymore.
Okay.
You
Final
don't come in my dreams anymore.
Match up.
You don't come in my
Exhausting.
dreams anymore.
I can't match up. It's
No
exhausting.
cloning happening.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Zishan, finally, Kangna Ranaut.
बाप रे.
सवाल क्या पूछूंगा मैं उससे? और आजकल क्या हालचाल है? यही पूछ सकता हूँ मैं.
वो बता देंगे वो
4 साल हो गए हैं. नहीं यार देखो, ये ऐसे ही जो है बातों का पतंगड़ बनता है.
मेरे को विवेक अग्निहोत्री पूछा.
इसलिए बात को भाई कुछ नहीं, सब बहुत अच्छा है.
विवेक दोस्त है मेरा, भाई द वे.
और मेरे पास भी उसका नंबर है कन्ना का. मैं आराम से बात कर सकता हूँ उससे.
On that note, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a great play.